Support Wrestle Talk!
Donate on Patreon. A huge WWE star returns for Survivor Series. Braun Strowman finally gets his revenge on Kane. And Roman Reigns is back. Boo! I mean, The Shield is back. Yay! I'm Ollie Davis, and this is the 13th of November 2017 edition of Monday Night Raw in about 4 minutes. Which, fun fact, is the go-home show to the one time a year where Raw and SmackDown go head-to-head, apart from Raw several weeks ago, and TLC the night before that. Stephanie McMahon kicked off Raw like she'd never left, dressing down baby faces without receipt. Her main problem with Kurt Angle's Survivor Series lineup was adding Jason Jordan as the 5th man. SmackDown, in contrast, had the slightly more noteworthy John Cena. This rather masterfully set up the Angle-Jordan-McMahon narrative for the night. One man was actually allowed to stand up to Stephanie though, with a returning Roman Reigns announcing The Shield will take on the New Day at the one time a year when Raw and SmackDown go head-to-head. Apart from all the European Raw shows last week, where the New Day and Shield clashed every night. Bayley beat Dana Brooke and Mickie James next for the final women's Team Raw place, a rather deflating result considering everyone was expecting a returning Paige. While Asuka beating up Brooke was fun, the Empress of Tomorrow felt like the Empress of every Raw week to week when standing ringside for the match. After another fun odd couple promo, Enzo Amore and Drew Gulak beat Akira Tozawa and Kalisto in a decent cruiserweight tag match. This TV was pretty much just the bar gloating over their Raw Tag Team Championship win from the previous week. Well, at least they think that's what they were gloating about. I can't understand most of what Cesaro says with his gum shield in. Bray Wyatt's first WWE TV appearance in over a month is a roll-up loss to Jason Jordan. Way to hit the ground crab walking, Bray. Weak loss aside, this was actually the coolest Wyatt has looked in months, showing a psychotic vicious streak and taking out Jordan's knee to a huge babyface reaction after the match. Beard Lesnar and Paul Heyman were out next to list the 5 reasons you should sign up to the WWE Network for Survivor Series. Surprisingly, all 5 of them weren't, because it's the one time a year when Raw and SmackDown go head-to-head. Heyman cut a masterful promo as always, but the best moment was when a fan dared to propose to his girlfriend in the crowd, prompting the audience to chant, "She said yes," and Heyman to retort, "Just so you know, she only said yes because she's never been up close to a beast like Brock Lesnar." So of course, WWE cut the best part from their YouTube version of the segment, as they also did with Brock shaking a kid's hand when he left the ring. What a heel. About a month late, The Miz and The Bar finally took on The Shield and a random guy in a blue shirt who tried to enter with them through the crowd. They had a very fun match, with Reigns finally hitting the triple powerbomb on Miz. Following on from the Wyatt beatdown earlier, Kurt announced he was pulling his own son from Team Raw. This brought out a hobbling Jordan who cut an impassioned promo, pointing out Angle was injured when he won an Olympic medal and nearly crying when he said all he wanted to do was team with his dad and fight at the one time a year when Raw and SmackDown go head-to-head. He actually said that. But poor Jordan didn't stand a chance, as Triple H returned, declared himself the new 5th member of Team Raw, and then hit Jason with a pedigree, continuing WWE's latest booking strategy: when in doubt, add more Triple H. It was an awesome segment and wonderfully sowed the seeds not just for Angle versus Hunter, but also for Jordan's inevitable heel turn on his father. Another expertly told story was Samoa Joe and Finn Balor working together ahead of their Team Raw match. After wildly brawling last week, they made a slick professional unit despite obviously strongly disliking each other. Samoa Joe walking out as soon as the bell rang was a great character touch. Rather than the cliffhanger of Triple H's shock return as the hot Survivor Series go-home angle, Raw instead ended on the rather clunky non-match between Braun Strowman and Kane. It was neither a satisfying payoff to their feud or a continuation, the entire episode abruptly ending when Strowman slammed Kane through the ring canvas. Braun versus Big Show, this was not. So that was this week's Raw in about 4 minutes. Here's the usual ratings recap from top to bottom, in order: core, average, poor, and bore. I'll reveal my rating very shortly, but first, vote in the poll above my head to give yours. I'll announce the results in tomorrow's Wrestle Talk news. Usos. This was a cracking go-home episode of Raw, built around the very intriguing narrative of the McMahons versus Angle, and how the rejected son Jordan could be an eventual kingmaker. The only down note really was placing Strowman and Kane as the main event. This week's Raw is core. Should WWE worry about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn leaving, and Daniel Bryan is healthy for an in-ring WWE return? Click the videos to the left to find out more. Press subscribe and support Wrestle Talk. Order issue 1 of the Wrestle Talk magazine now. I've been Ollie Davis, and that was wrestling.